Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Chris coming at you with another review today. This is going to be 2 reviews what popped up in one day. Again, just kind of a quick showcase review just so you guys can get a look at this figure and, to see what it's all about, man. Get the details and appreciate, what Beto Matali did here. So, again, make sure you hit the 4K option, like, subscribe to the channel, man, if you want to get notifications on when videos go up, and so on and so forth. So, this is a creature from the Black Lagoon. So here we go, Creature from the Black Lagoon. We start with the COA, 15 to 20 pieces, by Beto Matali and Lupita. And as you can see on here, it's got, Ben Chapman as the gill man, or the creature. He was actually the guy who played him outside of water. And then the guy who played him underwater was a guy named Rico. Last name I think was like Browning, I believe, or Brown or something like that. And he played him while he was underwater. So technically there was 2 different actors, but the main guy was Ben Chapman. And another interesting thing on here, if you guys actually look at this, so Beto Matali, it says on here he did the sculpt and the paint. So I would imagine that means the head paint and the paint on the body. But it actually says here that the costume fabrication was actually done by Lupita. So I wasn't aware of that. I knew she was going to have some role in this because normally we're used to seeing her do like traditional tailoring. But this is obviously a different material, so that'll be cool to hear, some more details, from Beto, about it as the time goes on, because that's really cool, man. So you also get the glow-in-the-dark Creature from the Black Lagoon name plaque. He's been giving these out with the Universal Monsters, and he's been giving them out in general with his releases now, but these are cool, got a nice old feel to it, and, obviously recreates the logo. And then as we go over here, as I hit stuff, you got a little mini bust. Bust is made out of the same material, sculpt. This is the relaxed look. And I'll show you that again probably a little bit later. I'm gonna have this guy pan around a little bit. And as we come to the feet over here, the feet are made of resin, and you can see the paint is still very good. And then as we get to the body, and again, if this was done by Lupita, man, I definitely want to hear the process on that, man. That's awesome. So I'm assuming it's a silicone or some kind of material similar to silicone. And as you can see, man, when you look at it, the scaling on here, man, and the detail is really, really nice. Look at all those small, minute little, scale components. You got obviously the larger scale separations, and then when you go a little deeper, those little crevices and obviously the what the fuck is the word I'm looking for, man? Like the diameter or the peripheral edges of the smaller scales are really, really cool, man. The detail on that is just fucking sick, man. And then as you go up, higher on the torso, you get a different set of kind of scale application or presence, which looks like the movie, which it obviously should. And then as we come up a little bit more, you got the master sculpt here that, or at least I have on there. So it's the master sculpt for this look, I guess, for now. A little traditional Ben Chapman creature pose here. And this face is, mouth open. Like I said, the other one's more of a traditional look. Relaxed look rather, traditional look. Man, I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about today. Like, the hands on this are resin as well, just like the feet, I believe. And again, I feel like the body is, some kind of silicone. And if it is silicone, you definitely got to be careful because you don't really want to touch this with your hands because it can absorb dust, and the salt from your fingers and dirt, and it'll ruin the body. It'll deteriorate a lot faster. So, you got to take some care to this, and or at least make sure your damn hands are clean when you're touching it. So, like I said, just gotta be careful. I'm fucking hitting all kinds of shit over here, man. So I'm gonna back up a little bit and just kind of show you the upper torso, from the sides here, and try not to fucking go out of focus. But those of you who aren't familiar with this movie, again, this movie came out in like 1954, right? So this was with fucking Ben Chapman, Antonio Moreno, I think is one of the other guys in it. Nestor, man, I don't even remember that dude's last name, but he played, I think, a guy named Lucas. And then you got some of the primary characters like Julie Adams and Richard Carlson and whatnot, playing some of the core, people in it. all around just interesting, you know, we'll say cast. You know, when you watch those movies, you can obviously tell they're dated. You know, the acting is definitely dated, you know, to some extent, how they present themselves. And, you know, acting has come a long way, man, since the fucking 50s. You know, that's, you know, without a doubt, man. So, you know, just giving you guys some upward shots here. And then what I'm gonna do is have this guy turn around and spin so you guys can see the back as well, because, you know, obviously we want to show some 360s on this. It's a single figure, so we got a little bit more time to kind of spin him around, which will be good. So as we're spinning around, we want to see the back. So, and as you can see, the back is also very detailed. Look at that though, man. Full wraparound, dude. And I know some of you guys have probably seen the Mondo version. You know, they made one as well. But this is by far, man, obviously tops Mondo's, man. I think NECA might have even made one a while ago, man, but this one is just fucking, obviously it's custom, dude. And Beto Matali, you know, put a reasonably great amount of work into this, man. So just look at the details on this stuff, dude. Wow. So that's the back of the figure. And I'm gonna have to christen this figure too. I didn't get a chance to do it a couple weeks ago when it originally, you know, we got it in hand. I'm gonna get a chance probably tonight or over the weekend. At least hopefully anyway. But if looks could kill, right? Awesome fucking figure, man. And I'm gonna show you guys the that bust there a little bit closer, but properly lit up. And I actually forgot to show you guys an accessory, man. I'm freaking slipping. Show you that in a second too. So as promised, here's the fossil that's found by the scientists early or towards the beginning of the film, maybe slightly after, you know, towards the middle maybe. And then of course I wanted to show you guys this as well. Yeah, man. So it's better lit for you. And like I said, the body is the same material. And you know, relaxed fit sculpt, also very well painted all throughout, man. Just really awesome, man. And we'll close out with some final thoughts, dude, and that is it. So here we go, guys, as we close out, man. Some final looks at the creature, at the gill man. But again, you know, this is a great set. It's goes incredibly well with the rest of my Universal Monsters by Beto. I have it, you know, usually in the Detolf next to the Wolfman. And I also have the Frankenstein as well. That's Beto has done, and he also has a newly updated head coming out for Frankenstein, which we're waiting on. It was supposed to ship last Friday, but it doesn't appear to have shipped yet. So I'm assuming maybe this week or this weekend or maybe next week or something, hopefully. Because man, that when we say 100% accuracy, dude, 100% accuracy. I'll do a re-review of that, you know, too, at some point as well. And just all around great, man. Again, I was surprised. I didn't know Lupita did the costume fabrication on this, so you know, that's awesome. And again, I'm assuming this is silicone, so I know there's probably other material out there, but I don't make figures, right? I am not a figure maker or a figure designer. I am a figure weatherer sometimes and a modifier per se, but definitely not a maker, man. You know, that's for sure. So you know, it'll I don't know where I was going with that now, man. I got so much shit to do today, man. I'm lucky I even got these reviews in. But all around, you know, it goes really well. Really excited for the new Frankenstein head, like I said. And man, the trio. And plus I have Caustic Plastics, whatchamacallit, they're Bela Lugosi. So man, these go so well together, man, on the Detolf. And one day I'll do an updated video collection, or at least some shots of what the collection looks like, and you guys can get an idea of what the hell I even have, you know, anymore. So, all right, man, that is it. Comment, you know, hit me up with some questions, comment on the figure, like and subscribe as well too, you bozos. All right, take care, folks.